Okay, hi the friends. Now let us talk of the long run average cost curve. So according to Benham, he's an economist, in the long run there is no distinction between fixed cost and variable cost. Right? See, in the long run there is no distinction between fixed cost and variable cost. The classification of costs as fixed and variable becomes irrelevant in the long run. Why? Because all factors of production become variable. Like, see, to increase production in the long run, we can change the factors of production to any extent, meaning that you can change the machinery, you can bring new machinery, you can employ more workers, you can reduce the workers. So the scale of the firm will keep on changing, so it expands or contracts. See, let's talk of an example. The remuneration, the salary paid to an employee is fixed in the short run. Right? In the short run, it's a fixed cost, right? But in the long run, if the demand will increase, the producer will have to respond to that increased demand, and he may have to decide to increase the production. So what happens? He may have to employ new workers, or maybe new land, or rent new land, or buy new machinery. So you see, thus factors which are fixed in the short run will become variable in the long run. So think of it. In the short run, the average cost and marginal cost both are important terms and concepts, because in the short run marginal cost will affect. See, total cost is same. Right? Total cost will not not total cost. Let us say the fixed cost, not total cost. I take the fixed cost. Fixed cost in the short run is constant, right? But the variable cost changes. So marginal cost will be affected by the variable cost only, right? To produce one extra unit, what change occurs? So marginal cost is affected by the variable cost only. But in the long run, there is no variable cost, right? All costs we can consider as fixed, or we can say the average cost in the long run, right, is equal to the fixed and variable cost both, right? There's nothing like a variable cost, nothing like a fixed cost. In the long run, all costs are costs. We just talk of total costs only. So in the long run, only the average cost, average total cost will be important. The marginal cost will not be an important thing in the long run, over a long period of time. Okay friends, let's just go through what we just saw in the previous 2-3 videos, because the next topic is about revenue, so better to start in the next video. So we just saw about, let's go from the start only. Let's just revise what we just saw. See, we started the chapter with the idea of cost, right? We had seen about two types of costs, or short run costs and long run costs. In the long run cost, we saw just right now in this video that there is no distinction between fixed and variable cost. In the long run cost, it is only total cost. Right? There is only a total cost. From total cost, we have the average total cost, right? In the long run. In the short run, we have two types of costs, fixed cost and variable cost. And then we have the average fixed cost and average variable cost. And we also saw about one more type of cost called marginal cost, which also is related to the variable costs only, right? So we talked of fixed costs like the salary, rent, etc., which do not change with the production. It is not linked to the production of the units, right? You produce 10 units or you produce 1000 units, the fixed cost will remain same. Variable cost will vary with the production. So as the production increases, the variable cost will also increase in a decreasing way to some extent, and then it will also keep on increasing to a increasing way. So the graph will be like this. Okay, it will go as the production increases, the variable cost also will increase, and then the curve will go steeper and steeper, but it increases. Then the total fixed cost and total variable cost we add to get total cost, right? And total cost will always be above the total variable cost curve. After that, we talked of average fixed cost, we talked of average variable cost, then we talked of a very important topic. So, okay, before that we talked of the average cost only, means average total cost, and then we talk of the marginal cost, right? And then after that we compared the average total cost with the average marginal cost, right? So we took the average marginal cost and then we compared the average total cost with the average marginal cost, and we got this diagram which shows the relationship between the average cost and the marginal cost. And we saw that the marginal cost curve touches the average cost curve from below, and then it increases. We also I had a small discussion about how price, how not price, but how the production level is determined. Till what level production is possible, how much profits, till what level profits can be earned, right? We saw all about that. Now, and yeah, in the end we talked of the long run average cost curve, and we saw that in the long run there's nothing like fixed costs and variable costs. All costs are same. Okay, that's it. Now we'll talk of the revenue concept in the next video. Meet you then. Bye friends.